Look, it's Crowder. Okay, I gotta ask you a question. I
Okay.
know you have the David Crowder band,
Right.
and then now you start going by Crowder. What was the transition like? I kind of remember, but I don't.
It, it's kind of confusing. Well, the problem was the first band was ill-named. It's like we didn't have the band meeting where we sat around and came up with a cool band name, but it was a legitimate band. Like it was a group of us, and we all shared blame in the process and the results of our making music together. And then when you go solo, I didn't realize now there's no blame displacement, and it's all my fault. So the transition was abrupt and startling. But we're still here, so we're still going at it. We're still doing it, and
Well,
I get little
only the
credit, but
really
I
cool
get all the
artists
blame.
can go by one
That's how it
name,
works.
though, like Crowder.
Yeah, I had high aspirations when I just dropped everything. I just knew people were busy, so we went to the two syllable things. It's the less syllables. People got stuff to do. I know it. Trying to think of the people.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's great to see you again. You're coming back to Nashville. We're so excited to see you back. And you're going to be here with TobyMac.
What a legend. I mean, that guy is just he's a stellar human as well. And so we actually had rehearsals for this Hits Deep tour. They went amazing, and the show looks amazing, sounds amazing. So I can't wait. Of course, being in your city, I love it there, and lots of friends, and we'll have some family stuff, and so it'll be a big time there. We're excited about being back.
So tell me, I know you currently live in Atlanta, but did you
Mhm.
live in the Nashville area for a little while before you moved there?
We were kind of popping back after we left Texas. It was going to be either Nashville or Atlanta. My wife went to school at Omore, which is now part of
Yeah.
Belmont, down there in Franklin's, where she went to school, and we thought we might land there, but she got some work down in the ATL, and so we're living in the big city of Atlanta right now. That's what's making my music sound so urban. I think that might be it.
Is that the influence of Atlanta on your music right now?
It has to be where the roots are. hmm
I
that
love it.
banjo's sitting right next to that 808 kick drum. Yeah.
I heard in someone you say in another interview, since you've moved to Atlanta, you don't drive anymore. Is that true?
I gave up real quick. Yeah, it is 1,000% true. It didn't take long either. I mean, they have what they call Interstate 75 and 85. Those are just parking lots and straight lines. That's just where they park cars, as far as I could tell. So I didn't see the need in one, and so I just do the ride share thing everywhere, and it seems to work out. I have the best conversations, and it feels luxurious. You're getting your business done while you have a driver. It's great.
Yeah. So do you not drive at all anywhere? Even when you're out of town, you don't drive? You just prefer not to
No,
now?
there's no need in that. Yeah, it's better for everybody this way, I think. At least that's what my wife says. It's like it was a
It's
good
better for everybody.
move. It was a good move. Yeah. The world's safer.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I thought you just gave up driving in Atlanta. I didn't realize at all. You're like, I'm not driving. There's no reason for me to drive.
Well, it may be an over exaggeration. In fact, I was thinking when I said my wife, it turns out she likes for me to drive. Lots of times she's tossing me the keys, and so I don't know what that means. It means she's probably got
Oh.
more to do than I do. That's what I think it is. Yeah.
So tell me about, we talked about you transferring from like David Crowder band to Crowder, but also
Yeah.
there's something that I noticed. All the people in your band have beards. Is that a thing? Everyone there, is that a
I,
requirement? If you're going to join the band, you got to have a beard.
yeah, that is our tryouts look like that. You just send a headshot, and if you got a nice beard, you're in. That's what it looks like anyway. No, there's some great players, and I don't know how it came to be. But early on, we beards still might have them outnumbered right now. But people are starting to shave. It's weird. It's like yeah, I don't
Oh.
trust them once they shave. It's hard to take people seriously without facial hair.
So tell me, how long have you had your beard? I was looking back at old pictures, at least 10,
Right.
12. I don't think I've ever seen you without a beard.
It's we were doing that in that David Crowder band stage of life. We were doing this weird long goatee thing. I don't know what I was thinking about that, but that's what. But I hadn't seen my face clean since it was the year 2000. It was the dawn of the millennium. It was Y2K was upon us. I don't remember if it was stressful. It was,
Yes,
our
yes,
bathtub was
I
full of
remember.
water. I don't know why. I think it was all the computers were going to stop making water or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was terrifying. And I thought I'd take this moment with the dawn of millennium to do something special and spiritual. I was like, hey, we're gonna do a cleanse. We'll be a new man in this new millennium. It's gonna be great. So I was gonna go Old Testament on it. So at midnight, the ball dropped. We were watching the television, and I kissed my wife, Happy New Year. And I went into our bathroom, I shaved my head, shaved my face, and I'll tell you right, immediately I knew it was a bad idea. I knew that was not. This wasn't Jesus talking and telling me to do something. It's terrible. You don't know what's under there till you take it all off, and then I don't have the skull, or my cranium's not shaped for this kind of thing, and I knew it immediately. And when my wife's like, "What are you doing in there?" And I came out, and I knew it. And these were her words, literally. She said, "Put it back now." And she started feeding me like prenatal vitamins and making me wash with some horse and mane or something. I don't know. So anyway, she's the keeper of the beard now, and I don't make adjustments to your physical appearance unless you run it by your significant other first. That's what I've learned from that experience. But it's been a while since
Yes.
2000. So this beard's 23 years old. That's a whole
23
person
years old.
with an adult job. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So do you ever trim it, or you just keep it go? Like, William Golden from the old Courage Boys, like he's just let it go.
Well, as I said, she's the keeper of the beard. This is all her fault, So I don't have to worry about it at all. It's just on her.
I love it.
I guess
Hey,
she
let's
likes
talk about
it, thank goodness. Yes.
let's talk about your latest album. You did two. So Milk and Cookies was your Christmas one. And then right before that, Milk and Honey. So there's a theme there with milk. Are you like the milk?
That's cute. Well, I thought the Christmas album title just sort of wrote itself. We had that Milk and Honey come out, and then we were coming into the Christmas season, and it's just, I'm like, this is too easy. Milk and Cookies is a follow-up, is what it is. And we had so much fun. I hadn't done a proper Christmas album. We did like an EP situation with the David Crowder Asterisk Band. And so this is my first stab at like a full-on Christmas album with original songs and whatnot. And I had so much fun. And then we got to tour it a little bit right at the end of the year. Went out for a couple of weeks, and man, it's just the best time. Christmas is such a wonderful season, and to put some music to it, it was lighthearted and at the same time had a lot of heart in it. And we had a blast. And so now we jump off of that and we're back to the Milk and Honey thing and on this Toby deal. And man, I just love getting to do what I'm doing. I have the best time ever, and it's not a job at all.
I love that. And you can tell when you're performing that you really enjoy it and that you love music in general.
We're fairly into it. Yep.
Tell me about, because I know that all of your albums you release, especially since you Crowder, have themes. So what would you tell everybody the theme with Milk and Honey is?
Well, it was written during, a couple of years. We've had a go of it as a planet of late. And man, but I love that the thematic content of Scripture is this long arc, this narrative that stretches through thousands of years. And the arc is we're not where we're supposed to be. Things aren't as they're supposed to be. The ground under our feet's broken. And there's redemption and rescue, and the story's not done yet. And so I was looking to the other side of where we were sitting and all the difficulty that we were in, and I was finding hope and joy and excitement about the fact that we're meant for something better than where we're finding ourselves at this current juncture. So it's all about the Exodus story, getting from, sometimes you got to go through the wilderness to get to the promised land. And a lot of the last few years, it felt pretty wilderness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank goodness we're all coming out and music is bringing us back together. We can all gather together to hear the music. You're coming with TobyMac.
I love that.
Hits Deep Tour. I mean, you guys have both been around about the same amount of time. Tell me about what your relationship is like with TobyMac.
Well, he's legend. And so I'm still working hard. I'm still hungry. I'm still out here, working. That dude is a blast. He being on tour. We did this tour with him last year as well, and he's everything you hope. We meet your heroes and whatnot. This he's a gem of a person, and the people that he's got working with him, the production crew, his band folks. It's just a wonderful group of people to be out on the road with. So, if you can't tell, I'm having the best time I've ever had doing this, and to be out with somebody that's done it so well for so long. It's I don't look at him as a peer. I look at him as somebody I respect and look up to and learn a lot from is what it's been like.
Yeah, he as always has a big crowd here, as I'm sure you have. You sold out the Ryman last year, so I'm sure that it's going to
Mm.
be sold out again this year.
Well, we're excited to your town is wonderful, and I love it, and it's been some wonderful nights of music I've got to be a part of there, and can't wait to have another one.
So tell me, I know you mentioned you've been here before. You thought about living here. Is there something you always like to come back and do when you're in town?
Well, here's the thing. This guy that's a buddy of ours from Atlanta, Ford Fry, has got some restaurants he's opened up in your part of the world. And there's a salsa at the Super Rica place that I drink by the pitcher. And so I'm already happy to I'll have some hometown salsa right next door to where we're going to be playing. So that I'm already ready for that pitcher of salsa. I've got my Tums out and everything.
You know, I have been there, and that is really good. I didn't know that you were a fan of that, but if people haven't been there, you highly recommend it. I recommend it. Everybody should go check it out.
It's great. That Tex-Mex thing is tough to find in the ATL, and so for it to have journeyed to Nashville, it feels like home. When we were in Texas, we just called that food. It was like, what do you want to have? Food, and it turns out this most of the time tacos and chips with some salsa, and so it's wonderful to have some right there in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, it's great to catch up with you. We're so excited to see you, like I said, come back. And it is one high energy show that you give. I mean, you're the perfect intro. I hate to even say intro, but compliment to TobyMac. I just can't wait.
Oh no, we're taking that intro slot seriously. We're like John the Baptist. You know what I mean? He's coming up. He's coming up in no time. TobyMac is about to hit the stage, but we're having a good time. It's foot stomping, hand clapping, and we get a little rowdy. It's a blast. We're loving being out here.
So, can you give us any hints? Since we haven't seen the tour hasn't stopped here, can you give us any hint, or do you do any collaborations with Toby at the end, or anything that we should really be waiting for?
It won't be a surprise, but he is very generous with his stage, and so yeah, we all get to have a little part of his moment, and it's a blast. He's my part. I don't know if they had the insurance for it. It's slightly dangerous, but I was in. I'm in on it. I'm full on. Yeah.
All right. Well, it is great to see you. And actually, February 19th, if people don't have their tickets, Sunday, February 19th, Bridgestone Arena. Hey, we'll see you. It's just like less than a month away.
I love it.
All right.
I
We'll
love
see you
it. We'll be
soon.
there in no time.